Welcome to this week's edition of the EdTech Pulse. Today, we are going to take a look at a variety of tools that can help support you as a teacher when you're building your resources. And so let's get started. And so the very first thing that we're going to look at today is we're going to look at a particular article by Edutopia. And so it's called The Three Common Myths About Learning and What Teachers Can Do Instead. And so rather than focusing in on all three of the myths today, we are going to focus on the first one, which is every student has a learning style. And so we do know that supporting student learning is complex. Often it leads us to relying on some popular myths. And so today we are going to debunk this particular one. And so while many believe that students have fixed learning styles, evidence does dispute this. And you can, this link to this article will be in the blog, so then you can click on it and you can check into the research to support that. But we know that tailoring instruction to perceived styles isn't always necessarily effective, and it's also not necessarily possible. So instead, engaging students through multiple and varied methods of resources and learning opportunities does help to boost retention. And so we want students to process information in multiple ways. This does help them to build to create detailed memories. It helps with increased long-term retention, as well as allowing students to actually generalize knowledge. And so with that, I'm just going to jump on board. Multimodal interactive teacher resources are vital for our diverse classrooms. And so as we talk about UDL this year and really focus into that whole planning protocol and kind of like planning for all of our students right from the get-go rather than differentiating, we need to know that using multimodal resources will help to cater to all the varied learning styles within our classrooms. And this will ensure students can access and engage with the content that you're teaching. We also want to use resources that promote deeper understanding. So we want to provide information through multiple avenues, such as visual, auditory, kinesthetic. This does continue to help increase retention. Also, additionally, interactive elements foster active participation, critical thinking, and the application of knowledge. And so we are going to look at some different tools today to help you embrace the multimodal resource idea to really promote and embrace inclusivity, adaptability, and a holistic approach to student learning. So let's jump into some of these tools. And so when we're building resources for students, we want to ensure that we do have text on the page. We want to have images. We want to have audio when we can. So even putting an audio clip with a speaker icon to for students to go back and listen to in something you might have added to your Google Classroom. Adding video. With videos comes captions and language translations. And then adding links to different websites and different resources to support that or to even scaffold that learning process. And so we're so busy, we know that. We don't always need to recreate the wheel. And so I'm going to show you a few different slide templates, if you don't already know about them, that I like to use or as a teacher to be able to build resources for students. And so 5 of the ones that we're going to just take a quick peek at today is Slides Mania, Slides Go, Slides Carnival, CurryPod, and Canva. So I've even blended a little bit of AI in there today as well. And so starting with Slides Mania, this is a really great tool. You can just type in slidesmania.com and the links again will be in the blog. And you can search through the different resources that are here. So it has recent templates and things like that, but there's also education ones. So choice boards, what a great way to engage students and give them some voice and choice. So they already have ones that are pre-created in this space. You can also use the search function. So you can take one of these choice boards, you can customize the content. You could use the search function to look up something else. So I'm going to look up fall. Let's see if there's anything here. And so you have all these different templates. Now, what is really cool is you can kind of scroll through them. But you can also, when you select it, you have the opportunity to download them in either Google Slides or in PowerPoint. And so it doesn't matter which platform you're using, you do have access to do both of them. And then you can customize, as I said before, all of the content. Now, these are free. The only thing is you need to keep the Slides Mania logo on the slides. The other one is Slides Go. And so this one is also really cool. You do have an education selection here as well. And so you can kind of click through these English grammar rules, anything like that. You can also in here do the search option as well. So up here, I'm just going to type in solar system, and it's going to come up with a variety of resources. Now you'll notice that there is a crown beside them. If you see the crown, that means that it is a paid one and you need to have the premium version. So I'm going to go to this one here, it does not have it. Now here's a great base template. You can scroll through them, see the different ones. What I like about Slides Go is I can actually find a French template that's already translated for me. I can find a Spanish template that's already translated for me. So kind of a really great access piece there. And all you simply do is select, download this template. Again, you have the Google Slides and the PowerPoint option. So a really cool one here. Also Slides Carnival. This one's probably my least favorite of the bunch, but you do have the ability to kind of come into this space as well. And so you can kind of search through what they have. You can also search for some specific ones. So in here they do have education. So I can go into education and I can then choose maybe science, and I can start to narrow it down. I can also do the search with the search template as well. So this is a third one that you can use. Now, one of my favorite ones, of course, is Canva. I love Canva. I do not do a lot of designing in Canva, but I use a lot of their templates and download them either into my Google Drive or into my PowerPoint format to be able to edit, because I'm really comfortable in editing in PowerPoint. So then that's how I use it. Again, the tools that I'm showing you today, these are for you as a teacher to be using. If you want to use these with students, then you would download it, you would add it to your Google Classroom, and then students would, or your Microsoft Team, and then students would access it from their Google Classroom or their Microsoft Team Classroom, the resource, so that they're actually not coming into these. These have not yet been approved by our privacy impact assessments that we do here at Edmonton Catholic for students to use, but these are great tools for you as a teacher. And so all I need to do is, number one, I can either filter here, or I can just type in here and say, oh, I've got one already up here, scientific method presentation. So I'm just going to hit enter, and now you're going to see that there are all kinds of resources available. You can scroll through the template, see if it's something that you like, and again, customize all the content within. You simply just customize this template, and now you have the option to do it in here, download it into your Google Drive, etc. I can apply all the pages. I can apply just a couple pages. You can see them all show up. If I don't want to edit in this space, you can simply put it in your Google Drive, or you can also download it. Oh, sorry, I don't actually want to download. I want to go to more, and I want to scroll on down, and I can put it into here as a PowerPoint, for example, and then it is going to open it as a PowerPoint. And now, because that's my comfort space, I can edit in there. So really cool kind of features here. You can see when I just open it quickly, just to give you a quick glance, it looks very similar. I would just enable editing, and boom, away I go. There's some things that don't always transfer, but for the most part they do. And it's the same whether you're using Slides Go, Slides Mania, any of those resources. Now, coming back into here, those are some really great templates ready to use. Another one that is new in the last few months is CurryPod. And so this is an AI. And so you have the option to upload your current existing slides that you have and ask them to put a CurryPod twist on it. What it does is it makes it a little bit more interactive. You also have the ability to go and discover. So I can actually go into the discover section. It has a lot here. I can search for social emotional ones. I can do check-ins, math, brain breaks, creativity, sustainable development, but I can also just type in solar system. I'm going to turn off this filter. I'm going to put grades 5 to 7, and I'm going to hit search and see what it comes up with. And so with that, it comes up with all of these. It does give you the time limits of how long the presentations are. So let's say, for example, I go into this space here. This one is about the planets, and it's going to show all of the slides are going to come up along here, but this one is an interactive one. So some of them are interactive where students can log in kind of like a Kahoots, and we'll dive a little bit further into that in another episode. But just to kind of give you that idea of how you can do that, you can also just create a lesson. You can choose a full lesson. You can put your own slides in, get it to curify it. If I choose a full lesson, I can choose my content or skill, the grade, so I can put my learning outcome in here. And then I can actually even just put the content in so that the actual like information is in, and then get it to build me a set of slides. So very cool tool to be able to use. So a really great way to use AI, again, for you to use as a teacher. The next piece that I want to show you today, just to kind of take you one step further, is we talked about putting images in. So you noticed I had a GIF and I had images to support my text. And so here are some different resources that you can also use. So we have Pixabay. Pixabay is a website that is royalty-free images that you can use for story prompts, for prompts just to get students thinking about a particular idea. So let's say, for example, again, maybe I want something on the solar system. So maybe I'm going to actually type in the search solar system, or I'm just going to go in here. So this one has space, but I want a little bit more specific. So I can use the search feature, and now I can use this image in my things because it is royalty free. So feel free to use that aspect. Now, if it takes you out of here into iStock, iStock is not the same. It is not Pixabay. So you need to scroll down. You can see this says sponsored by iStock. Go down to the royalty free spaces. So these images are all the ones that I can download and use, and I simply can download it. You can also put it right into Canva to be able to edit. So kind of another cool feature in here. The next one that I wanted to show you was that was Pixabay. There's also Unsplash. This is another really great tool or website for you to use to get those royalty-free images, wallpapers, backgrounds, all of those. I think it's also in Pixabay. You'll notice that you have videos, so free videos, free music, and free sound effects in this space as well. You also have free GIFs, so you have access to these in this space as well. So really cool royalty-free resources. Another thing is sometimes we have backgrounds that are kicked in. All you need to do if you want to remove it, if you're using Google Slides, is upload the image into here and it will automatically give you an image without the background. You can then download it and put it in your slides. So another really great tool to be able to support that. Flat icon, love flat icon. Now I can simply hit classroom, search. It's going to come up with 13,332 classroom icons. And so do not click these. These are not royalty free, but all of these are, and you can simply copy it. If this is the crown, so if you save it, it is going to cost you, but if you do the PNG copy, then you have it saved to your clipboard and you can use it. And so this is another really great tool. You can also categorize it by pack so that you have the same kind of style of stickers or icons available. So it does give you stickers as well. So I could say classroom stickers. And now I have different school stickers that I can use as well in this space. The other one, emojis. Emojis are a really great, quick little visuals that you can use. And so 3 different sites are Emojipedia. You just, again, search. It will give you it. You just hit the copy button, paste it into your presentation. One of my new favorite kind of ones is Emoji Kitchen. And so this is where it does like an emoji mash. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to choose a pumpkin. It gives me a variety of different pumpkins. But let's say, for example, I want to put the pumpkin with fire. I can then click the 2 and you can see I have a pumpkin and the fire blended together. So Emoji Kitchen does this, but so does Emoji Mashup. And so same idea. I can click my emoji, scroll down, get another one, maybe I want this, and I simply just hit mashup. So hearth and nauseated makes this emoji. And so again, I can save the transparent one and download it into my presentation. And so those are some of the fun tools to help, fun free tools to help get you started with really starting to provide a multimodal, multiple different avenues of images, text, all of those pieces to help support you in your teaching. And so if you have any questions at any point or want support in using any of these tools, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of your 3 emerging technology consultants. Again, I'm school team 2 and 3, Joel is school team 4 and 7 to 9, 10 to 12. And Devin is the consultant for school teams 1 and 4. And so, on that note, have a great day. I hope that some of these tools bring you some joy and make life a little bit easier. Take care.